friends, how are you? This is the Chaldonut speaking, and welcome to Civilization 5. This is a turn-based strategy game, if you didn't know that. And it's one of my favorite games, so I figured, why not share it with you guys, because I do play it quite a bit. However, I'm not going to be really teaching the game in this series, if it does turn into a full series, which I'm hoping it will be. I'm hoping it's well received. So if you don't know how the game works, you can try to follow along, but I can't guarantee that you'll be able to understand everything. So consider going to tutorials if you're confused about things. I will, however, go over some of my strategies that I use in this series, so that will show up as far as helping you guys along with what I'm doing. Anyway, we're setting up a single-player game here. We're playing as Ethiopia. Continents, map type, small, king level difficulty, quick game pace, advanced setup, just quick combat and quick movement. Everything else is pretty much standard, or at least as standard as I know it to be. Anyway, that's about it. So let's start the game up here. Now, if you don't know much about the Ethiopian and Civ, they get a combat bonus, 20% when fighting units with a Civ, with more cities than Ethiopia. They get a late game unit that, I think replaces, I don't know, the riflemen? I think is what it is. I don't know for sure. But, it gets a combat bonus when it's near the Ethiopian capital. Apparently it gets a bonus in rough terrain, but anyway, that's that unit. And then this is the Stele, which replaces the monument and gives you 2 culture and 2 faith, which is a very strong build. Anyway, we've spawned on a hill, which is pretty good. Got 2 silver, we've got silk, got cattle, stone. This is a great spot, really. And we've got some 2 food, 3 food even, tiles near us. Excellent location. Let's quickly turn on our research info tab. Now, we're not close to a mountain, which would be preferable, but I think I'm going to stick where I am. I like this spot. We've got a lot of good food tiles right off the bat. So we're going to found our city here. Here we go. And we're going to name it Chaldonia, on account of the fact that the channel is called Chaldonut, or the Chaldonut, I should say. Anyway, the 2 real options on the first turn for building for us are the monument and the scout. I think I'm going to go monument just because of that extra faith we get for our monument as part of our Civ bonuses. Otherwise, I would consider going scout, but we want to get both pretty quickly. Anyway, what we want to do is go pottery. And that is our first turn in the books. So here we are, we're going to do some basic scouting. And the goal here is to find our next city, hopefully, or at least a few promising areas in the long run. I am thinking our capital is a decent spot to put the Petrum Wonder, because we are near quite a few Desert Hills tiles. And that's going to get us plus food and extra production in plus 1 food and plus 1 production for every desert tile we have. And it looks like there are going to be a crazy amount of those near our capital. So that's a wonder to gun for, hopefully. Also, I don't think I mentioned this. I am playing with the Brave New World and Gods and Kings expansions on. So my game is pretty much up to date with every other game that you're going to see. Okay, so that is our turn anyway, and next turn we're going to get this ruin, and I'm seeing another good spot here. So this is a pretty good city spot anyway. It's got some sugar and some wheat, so some good tiles. I'm thinking that hill, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 5 tiles away from our city, which is a good spot. I can see the Grand Mesa up here, which is a nice wonder to grab if we could get it. Unfortunately, Jerusalem's going to expand to it before we can make it to it, so it's not really worth it for us to try to expand to that location. Though, Definitely want to go on this hill here. It's got a river too, so we can get a watermill, think a garden, stuff like that. Got some really nice tiles over here too. So that's a good start for our civ. Also, in 3 turns we're going to get a pantheon, because we just finished our monument, so we don't need to build the shrine, which some people have to do when they're playing other civs, to get their pantheon. For us, that's not necessary at the moment, so we're going to grab a scout and start exploring the opposite direction of our warrior. And then I think we're going to go for writing, probably. And then once the scout finishes, I think we're going to grab a worker, and then we'll go library. That's the plan, anyway. However, that's subject to change, depending on how things go. Nope, we grew. Now let's quickly check what tiles are we working in our citizen management tab. I'm not particularly thrilled with the number of tiles we're working here. Terrible production. But we don't need it for this turn. We don't need to work that tile yet. Anyway, we just picked up a pantheon. Let's see. Desert folklore is actually a pretty good one for us here. We could go God King, though. We're not going to get an Astral Wonder, it looks like. Gold and silver, that would be +3 faith and culture in the long run, which isn't bad. I'm leaning desert folklore, though, because our second city's also going to be in desert, which would be very good. It means we're going to have a really, really quick religion coming. So we're going to grab desert folklore right away, and that's going to be a big help for us, I think. Another ruin, ooh, and another city spot potentially with spices down there. We'll have to see what else is in this area, but it could be a very good one for us. Alright, we got some gold, which is nice. Now let's check out what's in this area. We got our scout. Curse you, auto unit cycle, for taking me away from my area. This is a wonderful location. I am tempted to even build on the sheep so the city's on a hill, but we would have spices, river, wheat, marble, deer. This is an excellent city spot too. So that's 3 great locations for our cities. And I think I want to settle this city right on this hill for the early production bonus, even though we're going to take away that sheep. So that's our plan, I think. We're going to found there, and we're going to found there. Now, are those 2 close together? Yes, they're a little close. That's a problem. But I definitely want to found a city on near both of these locations, so this is tough. I think I'll probably just settle next to both of them anyway, but we'll see how it goes. Alright, now we're going to grab that worker, and we'll explore a little this way to see if there's a better spot more in this direction, so that each city gets more tiles to work. Anyway, I don't expand that much, and it's not a good idea at all to expand as Ethiopia. That's not really how their bonus is intended to be. The combat bonus is not really meant for that, so I'm not going to play that way. I don't usually play that way with a civ anyway. And so if you're playing tall, you want to go tradition. That's what I'm going to do. If I was playing wide, I might go liberty, but in most cases I prefer tradition no matter what, because I really don't play wide much. Anyway, let's keep looking with this warrior to see what's on this side of the area we're looking to expand to, and then we're probably going to circle him back now that we have our scouts searching for new city spots. Now, we can see that there's some stone over this way too, so it's not bad to settle a little farther in that direction. What really bothers me is these 2 cities are going to be as close as humanly possible if I found them on these 2 hills, which I don't really want. So I'm trying to figure out if there's a better spot for me to put the 2 cities so that they can work more tiles, and I'm not sure there is. So this is a little bit of a dilemma. And we've just found the Netherlands. Gosh, where are they? In that direction. Okay. Haven't found them yet, but let's just keep scouting. Oops, did not mean to do that. So we found a barbarian camp. That's not great. Another policy. Right, we're getting a ton of culture because we're Ethiopia. We're going to grab oligarchy because we want to get that legalism bonus. And then we want to get to landed elite and then monarchy. Aristocracy's not as important. especially if you're not playing too wonder focused. Although you do want to get it eventually so you can complete the tradition tree. Now we have our core whatchamacallit, text. We have writing now, so we're going to grab mining because we have so many salt resources near us, and then we're going to go calendar so we can improve the silk, and then later the spices and the sugar. Considering also that the Netherlands appear to be in this area to the south somewhere, we're going to grab this spot first. That's more important because it's a contested area. So as soon as we get this worker, I might even consider grabbing a settler and moving out. Now our scout, I don't really want to die, so we're going to pull him back. And we're going to be pretty darn close to the Dutch, so it's very important for us to get this settler out. So we're going to queue that up. Now, the Great Library is an okay way for us to go, but 18 turns is too many. Though we can look into messing with our production tiles to cut into our production times for things. That's going to starve us, but if we go there, that didn't really help. I want to work that tile. I do. What if I do that? So we're going to be stagnant. We're getting, how much production a turn? 9. Whereas if I reset the tiles, we're getting 7. I don't like that at all. Really don't like it. Okay, that's good. We don't really need to grow that much, so we're going to try to maximize production. Embassy, I could get it. I don't really need it, though. There's no reason for me to find out where your capital is. Not too concerned about it. Now the scout, let's fortify you until healed, and then I think we're going to bring the warrior back up and guard our new city spot. Yeah, I don't think I want to go this way anymore. So we're going to send him up to that hill to guard our upcoming city location. And then this guy's going to go onto that silver, and next turn he's going to create a mine. Okay, so let's start building that. We have to pull the scout back so that the barbarian can't take our worker. And then we're going to be good to go. Now the next tech we need is calendar, so we're going to grab that to get our plantation going. I could go animal husbandry, I suppose, to see if there are any horses near me, which could be a useful production tile. Or are, I shouldn't say could, they are, generally. So that's always something to think about. Oh gosh, why? That's right next to the spot where I want to settle. Not thrilled. Not thrilled. Survivalism's what we want for this guy. We'll shoot that. You stay alert. Because that barbarian's not going to leave the camp, so we don't have to worry about anything until a new one spawns. Alright, now this guy knows where my capital is. Not the worst thing. Anyway, legalism. That is big. We want this right now because as soon as we get our next city, which is probably in about 6 turns, we're going to have a free extra 2 faith and 2 culture. And if you look at this, we're already powering our way to a religion, which is good. We're going to be able to get some nice beliefs out of that. So what are we working right now? Okay, 2 extra faith from desert folklore. That's pretty good. Did we just get that mine, too? Nice. Okay. We're going to move on to this here. So that we can start developing a plantation next turn, because we'll get calendar, then we can chop down the forest and build a plantation. And then we'll have tons of happiness to support a new city in this area once we get the settler out. Which I think is very good. We're doing quite well, I would say. This worker is going to be able to build that plantation, 6 turns, and in 2 turns we're going to grab a settler. Now what's the next thing we need to improve stuff? Masonry. And we have access to that, actually, so I think we're going to go for it. Because we want to get our luxuries going. Because we want to expand quickly and grab the city spots we've identified. And the most important thing we can do to get that going is keep our happiness afloat, because if we don't have happiness, we're not going to be able to continue to expand, which is not good at all. Alright, next turn we're going to get the settler, which is excellent. Unfortunately, he can't go anywhere because of the barbarians that are in the area. Let's see. We're going to keep our guy right here. The settler can't move yet. Let's bring the scout over to him so he can at least start moving. Now, I can't decide. Do I want to build another settler right away and go here? I could. I think more important than that is getting this library. I want to do that now. That's 2+ science. Could grab the Great Library, which would be a big science boost, and I could get philosophy for free. The shrine's pretty much irrelevant to us. The granary, we don't have any specific resources in this city, so it's not that important. I'm leaning just getting the library, although I could build a second settler, and go here right away. I think I'm going to go with the library, get the science boost. The Great Library is a little long, 11 turns still. You found my capital, there's no reason for me to keep that from you, I might as well know where yours is. So I've also discovered that this city spot is contested too. Not great. I'm not thrilled about that. Gosh, I need to kill you. Yeah, attack that. And you can just keep moving in this direction and you can't be killed by a barbarian. Now you stay there. Next turn, you should be fine. We're going to shoot that barbarian. He'll die. You will come down this way. Oh, shoot. Dang it! I moved on to the wrong tile. That was a mistake. Click the wrong tile. Not good. Anyway, we have masonry, which is good. Positive. One positive in this mixed bag so far. Nah, it's not true. It's not a mixed bag of a game. We're actually doing fairly well, I would say. We've got a couple of nice city spots located. There isn't really a fourth I can see. We could try to just rush the Grand Mesa, though, and see if we can grab it. I highly doubt we can get it, but might be worth a shot. 1, 2, 3. We could buy the Grand Mesa there. See if we can pick it up. It'd be a crazy rush, though, and if we don't get it, it's kind of not worth it at all. And we've just wasted a few turns moving our settler there. Now choose research. Let's go, at this point, I would say, for animal husbandry. See if we can find those horses. Which will help us decide where our next city is going. Phew, for a second I thought they just expanded to the area I want. They did not, which is good. But it seemed like they might have. Now we're going to move this guy down, considering that he's just finished that expansion for us. We're going to keep the scout there for a little bit. Now choose production in Chaldonia. Again, the Great Library is always sitting there. We could grab it. I don't think it's particularly useful to us, though, because we've just built a library. Now, we could revise our strategy here, try to get some growth, pick up some extra food tiles here. I'm not certain that that's the best idea. I can take this off here, work that, but that's 14 turns anyway, so it's kind of irrelevant. Then I think, honestly, I'm leaning granary now. What are we going to get with animal husbandry? Caravans. Yeah, 2 turns till that. That's a good one. But we might just want to build another settler, to be honest. And then, one trick you can do that I've learned from watching guides is you can just switch all your citizens off food tiles while you're building the settler and onto production. We've just saved 2 turns on our settler build time by doing that. Now, we're going to have to see, I think we do want to expand to this area. I think we want to expand right there. And get the sugar. Shoot. I do not want to tell you where my capital is, but you've found it anyway. Great. You know where my capital is. I am terrified. That, my friends, was an early rush civ. The Huns, if you did not know, like to kill people, and I'm not thrilled about it. Anyway, we're not really contested for any of these resources. I might just buy the encampment to clear it out. I think I'm going to do that. I don't really want to have to deal with an encampment in the long run. So we're going to do that anyway. This city's going to have deer and wheat, so it's important for us to get a granary. I'm stuttering all the time here. In this city, that's going to be useful to us. Anyway, we could buy that tile, but what is our citizen working? He's working a 2 food, 2 gold tile. Don't particularly need that, so I might just work that tile. Nah, but let's get the growth. Let's get the growth. Anyway, choose research. What's our next luxury? Not positive here. We have not really identified a new one. So, it might be time to just start working towards philosophy for national college, which is pretty big. I mean, plus 50% science and 3 additional science. It's huge. Extremely important. And when you do the Great Library Rush, what you do is you research the Great Library, you research writing, start building the Great Library, get calendar, and then you research philosophy and build the National College. And the idea there is you get super far ahead on science, because you've already sort of dug yourself into a hole with the Great Library in terms of expansion, but you get a big tech lead, which gives you an advantage for doing the whole strat. Anyway, that aside, I think I want to go towards some mathematics and try to pick up the Hanging Gardens. Plus, we'll get the wheel along the way, which gives us watermills, which are very strong buildings. Was this? Yeah, this was on a river. Sweet. We're going to call this city Memphis. Now, the reason why I call my second city Memphis, and I do that in about every Civ game I play, is because there was one game I played with Bagelman Stan where we were going to have a war. We were 1v1ing, and we had this truce till, like, turn 50. And then we fought, and I won the game because we didn't finish the game. This was one of our earliest Civ games. I won the game because I got a score lead by building a second city, which, since I was playing Egypt, was Memphis. So now I just always call my cities Memphis, and it's a lot of fun. One thing I want to do, actually, is I want to explore this coastline. Don't really want to build a mine. I could go down here and build on these luxuries. I think that was what I was doing. It's not a bad idea. But I kind of want to improve my production here. Which is a good idea. I should go here and build a quarry in the capital. I'm going to do that. I've still got 7 happiness. I'm not super concerned. That does concern me, though. Oh yeah, I took care of the barbarian camp, yeah. Forgot about that. Could go here. The scout, I kind of need to attack the barbarian with, because otherwise he's going to walk onto the silk and pillage it, and then I won't be able to kill him next turn. I need to kill him. So we're going to shoot him. Hopefully it goes well. I don't actually think I'm going to settle near you in the future, so I will refrain from doing that. There's no other city location I've identified near you that I want. As it turns out, I didn't actually need to kill him with my scout, because the barbarian decided not to go that way. Now let's explore the sides, and this is actually a potential city location. We've got, let's see. We've got fish, so some good food tiles. We do have whales, which aren't bad. A nice luxury. The problem with this coastal city is there isn't really anything in the way of production available until we get Lighthouse. So I think I will actually settle there. That's not a bad spot. But I think, honestly, the Grand Mesa Rush that we were planning to do is a better strategy than that one. Though this city is way too close to the capital. I don't really like settling near that. I might still not get it. You sure attack that. Honestly, I can't figure this out. We're in a bit of a pinch as far as figuring out where to settle our cities. This is not a bad spot, but it's too close to our capital to really be viable. This spot is pretty close to Memphis, so I don't like it, though we could use it. The Grand Mesa spot is iffy because we might not get it and it's close to the capital. But I do like the tile. But it's not the best wonder anyway. Oh, and look at that great library I went. I'm assuming that's that unmet player at the top. So we have this settler coming, and I'm not positive where to put him. I think we're going to stick him right here, but I'm not thrilled about it. Because he's not going to have great tiles. Well, that's not true. He's going to have these 2 food tiles. So we're definitely going to rush a granary in that city. Why is this not building a quarry faster? Alright, build that. Sure. We might have to pull you back because the worker might come. I know where you are. I'm pretty sure you know where I am, but I'm going to refuse because I don't need one. There's no reason to get an embassy. Kill that guy. Dang it, they're going to pillage things. They can't steal my workers, so I don't need to pull the scout back. Advanced weapons, we got an archer. Nice. There are no barbarians, so I don't particularly need you to get a heal instantly, so we're going to give you shock. We're going to pick up landed elite, I think. Usually better than monarchy, as far as the first policy you grab goes. Keep building that quarry, and we're going to lose our silver this turn, unfortunately. Now, what am I going to grab? I'm going to go towards, I think, optics, to be honest with you guys. Because while this city doesn't look particularly good, it's too close to the capital and all that jazz, which isn't even reminiscent of jazz. It's not happy or anything like that. It's pretty terrible. But what is good about it is if we get a lighthouse, there are 4 sea resources here, and a lighthouse will give us +1 food and production for each of these, which is pretty big, especially if we improve some of these. So I think we're going to settle a city. That's not good because 4 of the tiles are on the sea, so someone could come in and just send 4 privateers or something and wreck us. That's not bad. 3 tiles on the sea. We could buy that hill for this city and get a production tile early. It's not terrible, but I don't really like it. It's not a great spot. The only real decent spot other than that, then, is this one, unless there's something over there. So we'll have to consider all this. But we should grab a wheel, no matter what we do. It's an important one. I'm very concerned. How? I don't understand. That makes no sense. It's not possible. That's just not possible. I've also just realized that that barbarian is going to come in and destroy my other improvement too. So I'm going to have very low happiness and vulnerable workers. Great. Not thrilling. What am I even working right now? Nothing particularly good, and I also realized I'm probably going to starve as soon as I take this off the settler. Yeah, I gotta fix this. Okay, we're starving pretty badly. So let's fix this up. Let's start working a food tile. Get back afloat, because we need to not die. That would be preferable. We're gonna work that quarry. And then, what to build? Stoneworks? Yeah, it's not a bad one for us right now. Caravan is probably better. Let's get a caravan. Okay. We are in some considerable trouble at the moment. Lots of barbarians in the area. We're probably going to need to go kill that camp. I still could rush the Grand Mesa. I still could. I don't know if it's worth it. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be 5. That's not a bad spot. Lots of deer. I could put it on that hill right... No, I couldn't put it on that hill. I could put it there. Grab all those resources and the Grand Mesa. But it's not the best. I don't like it. I don't really like any of the spots nearby. Anyway, let's head south. I could buy that barbarian encampment. I don't really want to, though. I honestly haven't decided where to send you. I don't know. We're gonna have to work this out. It's a difficult situation, this game. I'm not thrilled. But I think we're gonna send him somewhere to the south. The question is really just where. We could get the whales. I can't decide. It's tough. This is a complicated situation. We do not have a great number of city spots available. Well, it's not really the case. This is a great city spot. The problem with it is just that it's very close to this one. But we're going to go south. We're going to use it. That's a hill. He should not be able to get to us if we go on this hill. So we're going to go there. We're fine. They'll plunder some more of our tiles. It's not thrilling. We are going to head over here, check out this area of the map. We're going to shoot this guy down. Unfortunately, we are quite unhappy at the moment. It's not great. Not too pleased about it at all. We actually need to keep you here. Get the city happy again. What are we working? And why are we working it? Okay, that's going to starve us. Great. What if I take that off and work that? No faster, no better. We're in some some difficult situations here. We could get the watermill next, though. Gosh, I just wish these two city spots weren't so close together. We're gonna settle in both of them, and they do provide nice buffers against the Dutch and the Ottomans, respectively. But it's a troubling situation. Anyway, we are going to now research. Let's just grab philosophy. We're going to grab philosophy now, start working towards the National College. Anyway, I'm pretty pleased with how things have gone this episode. There's not really much time left to continue to work, unfortunately. Now let's send this archer over here, and we're going to send our worker out and have him improve some things. We're going to finish this turn, and then we're going to have to come back to this game later. Oh, we're not starving, yay. For a second it looked like we were starving. Okay, this guy is safe. I want to keep checking out this area just to make sure there's nothing else. Does not appear to be true. Okay, we were just starving because a tile was blockaded by a unit. Anyway, that's about all. We're going to settle right there in like 2 turns. Actually, let's just get that done. I want to. Plus, then we can get our happiness afloat. Repair that. Move you onto this hill. Let's quickly check. Should be no barbarians. Uh-huh. You hang out there. Fortify. You come back. Now that you have explored. And next turn, we're going to found the city, and then that is going to be all we have time for today. It's been about half an hour, I would say. And there we go. We're going to buy that wheat tile. We're going to buy that one because they might get it otherwise, and I don't want them to have that tile. I want it. Now, what are we working, and why are we working it? Don't work that. Work this. Don't particularly need gold. We're going to name this city, me being a donut lover, Chocolate Donut. It certainly has the potential to become a donut processing facility. It does have 3 wheat in the area and some sugar, the main ingredients of donuts, so I think we're pretty good, pretty much set in that regard. We have a caravan now. Why am I not able to send this there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is confusing. I cannot send this guy anywhere? Really? Really? Weird. I should be able to do that. Alright, we'll change home city for now then, I guess. Not really sure why that was not working. Maybe you can't send it while the Civ is unhappy? I don't know. Anyway, you build, we don't really need anything. Build a worker, though. It's probably the only thing we need. You just keep fortifying. You build. Yes, build a granary. You desperately need that. That's a ridiculous amount of food that's going to come in. Anyway, that aside, we are pretty much done for this episode. There's no more time to do anything. because I am a little low on time. But we've done a lot of good things. We're going to get philosophy. We're going to build libraries in our new cities. And then we're going to try to get a national college soon. I'm not sure if there's a Forest City spot. The Grand Mesa is always an option. This Wales spot is also one. But, anyway, without further ado, I hope you've enjoyed, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe if you did. This has been the Chaldonut speaking. Goodbye, friends, and I will see you all next time with some more Civilization V Brave New World.